Hi! On the Woodpecker today, I'm making a new camera support to replace the one I made last time at the cottage. During our last stay at the cottage, I made this primitive camera support. It's not really pretty, nor very pointy. That's why I'm going to make another one. I will use this piece of cedar. After marking the center on both ends, I trace a circle to figure out how much wood I have to remove from the corners. It's time to prepare this so I can put it on the lathe. When it's ready, the first thing to do is to turn this round. Then I drill a hole for the bolt that will hold the camera in place. But it's not done yet. The cylinder is way too big. I make it the size I want. Then I cut the general shape. To make this look better than a birch branch, I add some useless details. But the tip is not done yet. When the pointy support can't hold the wood anymore, I switch it for a conical one and finish the shape of the support. When I'm happy with it, I apply a shellac cream on top. Now, it's almost finished, but I still need to sand a pointy tip. After applying some finished cream on the tip, the woodworking part of this support is done. I just need to cut a bolt and glue it in place with epoxy. Here is my new winter camera support. But I still need to do one important thing. Try it on the field. So we woke up early and left for the cottage for a second time in February. As usual, we have to drive for 2.5 hours on paved road before hitting the dirt road. Next, to add adventure to our trip, I drive on a road that we have never driven before. Besides being the only one on this road, nobody was complaining. But I take a wrong turn and end up on a snowmobile trail. Like an imbecile, instead of just backing up, I try to turn around. This was not my brightest idea of the day. But after about 20 minutes, we were out. Lucky for us, because we didn't meet anyone on this road. Eventually, we arrived at the outfitter parking lot. After packing everything, and especially what René cherishes the most, we can go toward the cottage. when we arrive, it's quite cold inside compared to outside. That's why René stays outside while I take care of heating up the place. But I need to go back to the pickup to get some water and bring back the propane tank holder. It snowed all night. It's quite beautiful outside. It's the ideal time to ride on the trails. On cloudless nights, the moon was beautiful, but it also meant that it was super cold outside. Unfortunately, on my third outing, I broke my snowmobile. I tore away a big chunk of sprockets off the track and also lost this piece. Here it's more obvious. This means that the snowmobile will stay here for the rest of our stay. But since we still have to come back, I want to reinforce this. I don't want the track to delaminate more than it is already. I add some steel wire. I had planned to show some nice images to show my support in action. But now it's out of the question. With its pointy tip, it's easy to push it into the snow to record fixed images. If I hold it in my left hand, it's easy to film over my head or at the left of the snowmobile. It's also easy to film the left ski. If I turn the camera upside down, I can shoot some interesting images. But it's also very easy to slip the support into a pocket and go for a walk. I can't go sledding, but I can still walk. Since I've compacted the snow with my snowmobile, walking 90 minutes every day is easy. But on the lake, it's another story. We have to put on our snowshoes. Here we can see that we were pretty much alone on the lake because no one rode on my neighbor's trail. There are no tracks between the small spruces that mark the trail. But since we compacted the snow, it's now possible to walk without our snowshoes on. At this time of year, we can clearly see that the lake was emptied during the winter. We can also see the thickness of the ice before they lowered the lake. This year the ice is pretty thin compared to other years. Even if I can't use my snowmobile, it doesn't mean that I can have a little bit of fun. I must admit that I'm pretty talented. Since my camera doesn't leave me while I'm there, I'm able to film all the wildlife that I can see to share with you. I have to admit that in 40 years, I have never seen this type of grouse here. Generally, it stays much further north. I was quite happy to see one. But after 12 days, it's time to head back home. We were pretty happy that two of our neighbors offered to bring us back to the pickup. But we didn't make it far before we were forced to cut the tree. We used part of it to lift up the snowmobile so the skis wouldn't touch the ground. And it's like that we were able to come back to the parking lot. But just like last year, we had a flat tire. I never had that much trouble changing a flat tire in my life. But we managed, and it's time to bring the snowmobile inside the pickup. Since we had enough adventures, we took a secure road to come back home. This road goes along the St. Maurice River. This was the new camera support that I will use during the winter at the cottage. See you soon for another episode of the Woodpecker.